Everybody's going, oh no.
No. So,
but it's good luck.
So if you are looking to get married, just breathe. Okay, it'll be all right. It's a lot of work, but what if it's just too much for the average person?
Right, because you want to enjoy your big day and you don't want to worry about, the tiniest of details, and that's where a wedding planner can help us out.
Hey, guess what? We have one for you this morning. Brooke Lauber-Cobb and her hive of worker bees can make sure that the only thing you need to do is concern yourself with saying, I do, come your wedding day. Good morning. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, I wish I had a wedding planner for mine.
We didn't have a wedding planner either. Gloria and I, we planned it.
Yeah,
a lot of work.
Right.
So thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you. I'm happy to do it. We're very fortunate to be able to do it. For over 30 years,
wow.
my company
You know what you're doing.
Yeah, we've done a couple weddings.
And talk about the importance of having that, wedding planner.
It really does take off all of the pressure for you. You can just kind of turn over the wheel to someone else and then allow one person to be in charge of all of the things that you've been in charge up to the day of the wedding, and then you just turn over the wheel, say, go ahead, take over, and then they can kind of make sure everything is happening when it's supposed to happen, allowing all of the other vendors to be able to do their part. So the photographer can focus on the pictures, and the florist can worry about the flowers, the DJ or band can worry about the entertainment, and your coordinator is just orchestrating all of the parts to it.
Yeah, so
And that way when something maybe goes wrong,
They take the blows.
you don't need to know about it, or you don't.
Exactly. They will be the one that's taking the blows for you, or taking the pressure off of you, and you can just enjoy the day.
So when that bride and groom, they come to you, they're nervous, right? They have a lot of anxiety.
A lot of pressure.
They sit down with you. I'm sure that's a part of the job, just to calm them down a bit. Where do you start with them?
Well, people can come to us at any point. They can come to us 2 years in advance and just be on our planning schedule and be able to have access to our website. We have a portal that couples will find really, really helpful. There's a lot of tips and tricks to that, but when you're one of our clients. And then it's also a preferred vendor list. It's our whole hive. We call it Be Approved, where people can our clients can come in and just check out all of the vendors that we recommend. All of the people that you're going to be meeting with today are all listed in our hive. So we run and we do a lot of Northwest Ohio specific. We are based here, but we can travel wherever the bride and groom go or the couple goes. But planning part is the most important. We can't just walk in. We're pretty good, but we can't just walk in and we handle the problems that pop up.
Right.
But the proper planning is in the planning, or the proper procedures are in the planning, right? Poor performance prevents, proper planning prevents poor performance.
There we go.
I like that.
So we really utilize that and just get a lot of the information, dump it out of your brain, get it onto paper, get a timeline that everybody can follow, one recipe for everybody to follow.
Keeps it organized.
Yes, that's the idea.
And as a planner, let's talk about, what's popular, what's trending.
Yes.
So what are the popular colors and themes that we're seeing at weddings?
There for a while, the trend was really like whites and greens, very neutral colors, even some black and white weddings. We have really seen an upkick to color.
Okay.
Color, color, color. Right now, you think, oh, we want to do some neutrals and put the color in the dresses. There's patterns. There's a lot of different colors in the flower palette, and just color. People want to see a lot more vibrant colors. Different textures, and different flowers will bring in a lot of different textures.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And
what about food? Okay, so, are we still doing the plated dinner, or are we doing buffets, or how are people doing the food part?
That's a great question. We do a variety of everything. So when you go to certain mom and pop or standalone venues, they have the caterers that are provided with it. But a lot of couples really love to be able to pick their food with like food trucks, or have buffets, or have grazing stations, or elegant areas of going here and having specialty foods, where your restaurants are providing, a palette of maybe a Mediterranean dish, or something or you have different sections. So you have a taco truck, and you have a donut truck, and you have a dessert table, and you have all of your favorite things. We have it where couples will say, he loves Cajun and I love Mexican. Well, okay, let's throw it in and you combine the two and have all of the things. And then the guests, it's really about the experience, not so much. And we don't like to see the same thing every weekend. That's why I've been able to do this for so long, is because it's a different event every weekend, a different personality.
Very cool.
And there's still so many questions, so let's kind of do a fire round.
Okay,
so,
here we go.
You know, what are people doing? Indoor, outdoor weddings?
Because of COVID, a lot of outdoor. Everybody thinks that that's easier. It's not. It is, you know, you have to have a plan B. It's the weather, and we really count on you a lot, Diane, I mean, to tell us what we have to watch for.
I have your back.
I'm
so.
already watching the weather for next week. I mean, worrying about what it's going to be like. So.
Yes. And DJs or bands?
Depending on budget. Really budget. If do you want to have a lot of live interaction with a lot of people, or do you want to do a DJ where you hear the music exactly like you heard it on the radio? So it's really a preference of what your experience is. Do we want to have more background music, or do we want to have everybody on the floor dancing with the people that are in the band?
And speaking of budgets, big or small weddings, what are we seeing?
Budget pretty much is the same. Really, even when you want to do small, it just allows you to spend more money per person, and then you have that same budget number. So you can spend more money for less people, or you do a lot of people and less of the extra things, if you will.
Okay, yeah, budget. Man, it's always got to come in.
But that's why you have the planner to keep you on budget, too.
and to check your checks and balances. Do we want to spend the money on favors, or do we want to spend the money on a dessert bar, or maybe make that your favor? So you have a lot of options to be able to weigh out those. And we'll walk through all that with you when you have a coordinator, somebody who's watching over all of the pieces and parts.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you
so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now we got to go have a wedding.
Right? I know where we can help you out.
And you can connect with Be For The Day at befortheday.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
So much more to get to here on our wedding day to come, including what the blushing bride, her groom, and the attendants are going to be wearing this season. Here's a little preview. How beautiful.
Yeah, we'll have more of that coming back.